we talked about AI models, AI agents. We connected that to blockchain technology. And regarding blockchain technology, I think it makes really sense also to talk a little bit about the fintech industry, because the fintech industry, it's quite obvious that the fintech industry is one key industry that is currently in the process of adopting blockchain technology and digital assets, which are running on chain. So a very good example here is the fact that a lot of fintech institutions right now, I've been seeing this for the last 12 months particularly, have been adopting stablecoins. Yeah, stablecoins are of they are digital assets. They are usually backed by fiat currencies such as US dollars or euros, mostly US dollars, what you're currently seeing on the global scale, uh, treasury bonds, gold, whatever. And the difference between stablecoins and cryptocurrency, as know them, cryptocurrency is not really stable. There is a fluctuation going on with cryptocurrency. The price of a cryptocurrency could be not be the same today as it is tomorrow. For a stable coin is more comparable to a fiat money, with the difference that we have here real digital money, which is pegged by the US dollar or another fiat currency. So it's a very interesting development that we have been seeing right here. And one highlight, for instance, was we all heard, for instance, or we all know the company Stripe, which is a fintech company, an international US fintech company offering all different kinds of payment services, payment and issuing services. They have just recently acquired this company called Bridge, which is enabling the integration of stablecoins. They acquired this company for more than $1 billion. And this went through all kinds of media. That was just a couple of weeks ago. And of course, you can ask yourself the question here, uh, why would such a large and successful fintech company acquire a startup company? Okay, we can say Bridge is a startup company. They have, of course, they have, of course, customers in different sectors already. But nonetheless, if you consider the amount of the acquisition, it is unusual high, I would say. So the reason here is, I think, quite pragmatic. Um, Companies just like Stripe, this is not only valid for Stripe, but also for other companies. Visa and MasterCard are also quite intensively into this regarding how can they leverage stablecoins within their card products, within their card schemes. This is also something which is and will be offered in the future. Um, I think these are all strategic decisions by the fintech companies. They see the potential of stable coins, and they see the potential of integrating with other payment rails and like blockchain technology. And they see that this is slowly but surely finding adoption. of course, if you would ask 100 people, have you heard of stable coins? Well, the average person might still not know what is actually a stable coin, or they couldn't explain what is a stable coin and why should we use a stable coin. However, there are many interesting use cases, and if somebody has a bit of foresight, I think we could see that these kind of use cases are coming within the next years. Um, some people even say that 2024 was the year of the stable coin. Yeah. And I think this is still going on. We are still at the very beginning, in my opinion, at the very beginning. Uh, we have always been talking about adoption. Adoption is the key, but how? Yes, I think adoption of these kind of technologies, uh, and I could say that here we could summarize this as decentralized finance, or short DeFi. I think that those large prominent players on the market, including Visa, including MasterCard, including Amex, companies like Stripe, and all those other fintech companies uh, who play certain roles, they could be card issuers, they could be open banking infrastructure providers, whatever. I think they are all in a similar situation and currently thinking of strategies. How can we actually best adopt and integrate those new payment rails which are running on a ledger, like on DLTs, such as on blockchains? How can we introduce new payment instruments, such as stablecoins, within our existing products? This actually means for credit card companies, uh, combining or tying um, crypto and stable coins within your Visa or MasterCard, for instance. When paying, this is already available, of course, still a niche market in my point of view, but it is already available. And if you go to a merchant and you want to pay with crypto, or you want to pay with stable coins, the customer journey goes like this: that for the user, it is the user has the notion that you are directly paying with your stable coin, or you're directly paying with your Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, right? But in the back end, something else is happening. It's interesting to know that. That's why I'm emphasizing that. In the back end, you are paying with fiat money, with your euros, with your US dollars. And there is a conversion happening in the back end, which is happening really quickly. And so you have the notion, oh, okay, I can directly pay with stablecoins. We are not there yet. And I see a very big potential out of my personal experience from our company, because our company, our startup, ReadyMe, we are very much focused on fintech. So in the meanwhile, we didn't start the journey as a fintech company, but in the meanwhile, we see ourselves as a fintech company, and very active in the payment sector. So by now I could say I know a lot of what is currently going on in the payment ecosystem. And I know that there are a lot of players involved. There are a lot of intermediaries. And of course, if you are able to integrate within payment terminals, this is a very big thing. I think everybody should take this rather seriously. If it is possible to integrate within payment terminals, and you can actually realize a very broad adoption. This means you can then start directly paying with other assets. not only with fiat money, but you can use your card and pay directly with with stable coins, for instance. You can pay directly with crypto. You can pay directly with other assets. You can pay with your with tokens which are on chain. And of course, here you have the direct. The good thing here is, and the very interesting thing is, which makes the difference is, um, you don't have that many intermediaries anymore. You don't need that many intermediaries anymore. Normally, you have a card issuer, you have the payment network, which is Visa, Mastercard, or Amex. Then you have the acquirer, and then you have a network provider. Particularly in Germany, you have these network providers. So you have like 4 to 5 different intermediaries here. Everybody is earning money in during a transaction. And now we are at a point where we could offer alternative payment rails where payment processing, payment clearing is happening on chain. What does this mean? You don't actually need any payment network anymore. Why? Because the infrastructure provider in that case, the the company providing that infrastructure, this could be a blockchain infrastructure, not necessarily, but it could be a blockchain infrastructure. Why? Because I mean, it's quite obvious. Transactions on blockchain, they are fast, they are cheap, they are transparent. You have that transaction data I mentioned. You can integrate AI agents. You can do simple analysis and all these kind of things. What corporations are actually looking for. Data which is currently not accessible in the classical payment schemes. And therefore, those companies who are able to provide these kind of services and infrastructures, including a broad integration in physical payment terminals, this also includes online shops as well. But I particularly think about the physical payment terminals because they have been closed systems for many years now. And slowly but surely they are opening. You have Android-based devices, and this is of course a very good situation right now for third-party application providers. Yeah, they can provide their own applications. This could be a loyalty application. This could be a payment application, whatever. Yeah, and I think when a company is able to provide this, then this company would be the issuer, it would be the acquirer, it would be the infrastructure provider, it would be the payment network in one corporation, in one person, if you want. Yeah. So you are actually eliminating all those intermediaries. And I think these risks and dangers are recognized by all those fintech companies on the market. They are seeing this happen. So as this is currently a scenario which is slowly unfolding, and therefore they are investing. They are investing in these kind of strategies, say, like thinking, how can we support stablecoins? How can we integrate? Because if we can do this, then we can offer this service ourselves. Because if this grows and is being adopted, of course, there will be a lot of competition going on here. And if those companies, in my point of view, who are smart and have foresight in regarding new payment schemes, new payment infrastructure, new payment rails, what I've been talking about, it would be very wise to invest, at least to think of a strategy. How can we profit? How can we benefit from these type of things? We are not competitors, of course, to those kind of to those traditional ecosystems, fintech ecosystems. But how can we actually integrate this within our product portfolio? So banks, I'm not saying banks will be obsolete. Yeah? One might think, hey, what's going to happen with the banks? The banks will not be obsolete. Banks are already starting to provide infrastructure service. They will provide infrastructure services, particularly, I would say. They could also adopt these kind of technologies. I think banks have to be very innovative. They have to think about uh, think about leveraging their infrastructures. Usually, they are using very, very outdated infrastructures, and I think they have to start thinking of how can we actually update our outdated infrastructures in order to participate in this new fintech ecosystem of decentralized finance. Yes, I think at this point we could come to an end. These are the technologies I would see emerging in the next year. And yeah, and I would give you a big, big thanks. Thanks to everybody, to you, Irina, and to the audience. And I hope you found this interesting.